He was so humble. Thinking back, right? He was the #1 YouTuber for years.
The most humble public figure I've ever met. Yung humility niya, it really inspired me a lot. Kasi syempre, if you know this person who has, diba, all these subscribers, a lot of people looking up to them, parang syempre magugulat ka, paano siya nagiging humble? Paano wala siyang ego? Diba?
Yeah.
So parang ngayon sasabihin mo, uy, baka pwedeng maging ganun din ako. Na parang kahit pala ang dami mong subscriber, pwede ka namang hindi mayabang. Or pwede naman na maging humble ka lang. So nakaka-inspire.
I think what was so inspiring about Lloyd is that everything was against him in order for him to become super successful and famous and get to the point where he is. Because, like, for #1, he was gay. It's hard to rise. It's way more difficult as a gay man than a straight man. #2 is he grew up poor. I remember his videos they're the lowest quality videos I'd ever seen on YouTube at that time. But it's because he was so funny and witty and creative that he can still get hundreds of thousands of views.
Exactly.
He wasn't like super guapo or good looking. So he didn't have that hack. So that's another thing. Because syempre, there's artistas.
And also probably he didn't have a lot of resources.
And resources.
Connections.
Basically, and connections, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, everything he did to build his career was just all himself.
Himself, yeah.
With no help or advantages. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I think that's why he's so inspiring and he has such an inspiring story. No one has made a story about him. I
know. You know what? Minsan lagi kong iniisip na parang, syempre kasi ang dami ng mga ibang, yung mga bagong TikTokers, bagong YouTubers na LGBT. So parang he would have been an icon at this point. Kasi kumbaga yung time na, 'di ba, talagang siya yung OG. And then kung sana buhay pa siya at this point 2022. Di sana OG icon na rin siya for LGBTQ. And
I mean, he still is.
Pero
but he didn't get to
been different.
He didn't get to the TikTok space.
Exactly.
He would have killed TikTok.
Exactly.
Because he's one of those content creators that did good everywhere. Facebook, he had the memes.
Exactly. Facebook, Instagram
was big. YouTube. Yeah, he would have.
Twitter.
Yeah, he would have had some good TikToks.
Where were you? Where were you when you found out about it?
So
because I don't think we talked that time when it happened.
We didn't. We didn't talk.
Yeah, where were you? What happened to you? Did you see my videos? I was crying. I saw
your videos. I might have messaged you on Viber. Oh, that's so sad.
Shit, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
And it was just a like.
Aww. Si Madam Ellie kasi yung nag-text sa akin eh. Mamsh, Lloyd is gone, ganyan. Sabi ko parang, seryoso ka ba? Siyempre, di ba, you wouldn't believe it. The family will post a statement in a bit. That's when it all nag-sink in na sa akin. I was screaming. I was covering my mouth with towel. I was alone in my condo. So I was just really, really screaming.
Was that the first person super close to you that you lost?
Yeah. Well, ito yung first time na talagang ganun, yung close mo talaga. I had anxieties and depression for 2 months, 3 months. It was a long process. I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go out of the house kasi I feared na parang what if something happens to me too. Kasi
you were scared of death?
I was scared of life and death. Parang I felt like life is so fragile.
Yeah.
Na parang it could happen to anyone.
Yeah, because he was the first person I think anyone that we knew of died of COVID.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yung parang not just COVID, from any reason.
Yeah, any
yung
reason.
Parang you'll get paranoid and you'll get anxious na parang kahit sino pwedeng,
can happen to any of us, which is why we got to live this life. Because I just assumed that you were single and you didn't say. If you weren't single, you would have said, no, I'm not single. Or at least it's not official.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, kailan ba lalabas tong podcast na to?
If you liked what you saw and you want to listen to the full episode, then download Spotify and follow us at SuperHuman with Will Dasovich. It's completely free, it's linked below and easy to use.